What feels expensive now, but never used to? I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of look back at different things now and I think, how did these things get so expensive and why and when? I don't know. It seems to have crept up on us. Usually we do content on ways to save you money and make the money stretch. But actually, this week I want to take a different approach and try and get a conversation started. I'm really curious on the way that you guys kind of make your money stretch and see if you notice these little things or big things that kind of cost a lot more now than they absolutely used to. So I'm taking it off today with takeaways. Now, I used to be able to get a takeaway. It costs next to nothing, especially if I've been out with my mates and you can't be bothered to cook when you go home. Nowadays, a takeaway can cost almost as much as a weekly shop, and it's absolutely crazy. I have no idea when this happened. But honestly, if you've got the time, it's definitely worth making your own kind of takeaway at home before or after you've been out. And honestly, I don't know how people manage it on a regular basis. The next one is simple chocolates or crisps and snacks in general. But yeah, I'm looking at chocolates. I couldn't believe earlier on. I was at the shop and I kind of looked at a Whisper. It's over a quid. I used to pay 50p. I used to pay 50p. I mean, I know that was years ago. But how and why did that get so expensive? Such a simple treat used to be a luxury item, and now it's almost like you expect a gold wrapper on it. Crazy. Family days out is something that we really struggle with as a family. Yes, we are a big family. There's 6 of us. But a family day out, a simple family day out, really adds up. And if you're going swimming or if you're going out, to a paid event like that, it can really add up, especially when you're getting a drink and you're getting a treat. It could be upwards of 100 quid just to have a simple family day out. And sure, there's things like parks. We do a lot of parks, walking, but when we want to do something different with the kids, it is so expensive. And it makes it really difficult just to have that luxury treat. And obviously, as a family, me and Beth, we do feel guilty that we feel like sometimes our kids are missing out. But that's why it's so expensive. Now, we've not been to the cinema for so long. We actually was going to go to the cinema not long ago, and we looked at the price, and it was like way out of our means. When you kind of think to yourself, you're not allowed to take in your own drinks, you're not allowed to take in your own treats, you have no choice when you've got little ones to buy them a drink and to buy them a treat because they get thirsty, they get hungry, they're too young to understand no because, well, they're used to the fact that if they're thirsty, they have a drink because we usually provide it. But when you're at an establishment that you're not allowed to take your own, you have no choice but to pay out. And honestly, it is absolutely ridiculous the way the prices have crept up. We used to be able to get a cinema ticket for 3-4 quid, and we could not believe the cost of it. Even down to a simple fish and chip shop. Literally, honestly, granted, yes, we went to the chippy just yesterday, and honestly, for 5 large portions of chips and a regular portion of chips, that's all we had. We had salt and vinegar, but we didn't have anything with it. Nearly 40 quid. Nearly 40 quid, and we could not believe it. That wasn't a drink because we brought our own drinks and things, and we was at the park to have it. But we could not believe a simple treat like that was just a crazy price, and it kind of made us realize actually this is why we don't do it very often because, well, pure and simply, we just can't afford it. The other thing I was just going to mention is holidays. I did do a previous video on things you can do if you can't afford a holiday, but we was looking at holiday prices. We've not been on a holiday for several years because it is just crazy. We cannot afford it. It's not just about when you're there, it's the spending money. You kind of want to make it different. You don't want to have to always provide something because you want a different experience. And you have that kind of luxury mentality of we're on holiday, so we want to let our hairs down and things like that, but it is so expensive. This isn't a complaining video or a rant or anything like this. I'm just trying to get a conversation started. But I'm wondering, do you guys have any other ideas of things that you cannot believe is an absolute crazy price compared to what it used to be? And if you've got any tips and tricks for us that we can share for everybody, if you could leave it in the comments, just to help everybody away, because I think the way the world is going, it is getting really, really hard for these things. And when you're looking at a simple thing like chocolate bars are so expensive, and it kind of roller coasters onto other things that you would normally do that was so cheap and so easy and accessible. It's just so hard for everybody on low income and on a budget. And I'm wondering, can you guys help? You got any ideas? I'm Adam, Family Budgeting Adventures, and we would love to hear from you. And please give us any ideas in the comments if you can help, if you've got any ideas to help us along the way. And as always, stay happy, stay safe. See you next week.